Hello everybody. It's been a while since I made one of these, but I'm really happy to be making more content. So I wanted to focus on something that can be a little bit more universal. So for this mental health video, I want to discuss different types of exercises or ways to check in to reduce your cortisol levels. So cortisol levels are that specific area that measures stress. So whenever we're stressed, our bodies produce more cortisol, and that cortisol can be in our brain, that cortisol can be in our body, and that's what gives us that sort of reaction. That's what overactivates our nervous system. So when it comes to that, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to manage the things out there that are causing us stress, or maybe sometimes it's the things within. And while those things can be managed, it is very important to address that there's ways to hack your body into being able to get your brain at the level that you want it to be in, and to get your body at the level it wants to be in. So it's a way of having that feedback loop of the mind being linked to the body and the body being linked to the mind. So I want to do and cover about 30 of these. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and make a few chunks in order to get through it, okay? So number one would be box breathing. So whenever it comes to deep breaths, that's something that can help reduce your cortisol levels, and that's something that can really tap into activating that parasympathetic nervous system, which is what induces that calm, which is what activates that cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, to calm you down, to calm down your nerves, to calm down your mind, and vice versa. So box breathing, you just imagine a box, right? So there's a box, just like that, if you were to stretch it out like that. And what you want to do is you want to inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Do that for about 10 rounds, and that'll instantly give you a calming effect. It'll get you back into a ground amidst that stressor that's giving you those high cortisol levels. Number two is to go ahead and engage in binaural beats. So if that's accessible, it's really important to do that because certain sounds do have an effect to our brain. When it comes to binaural beats, there are different waves that it covers. It covers delta waves, beta waves, alpha waves. It can even cover different certain things such as theta waves as well. So with this specific task to reduce cortisol levels, I would suggest delta waves, and to do so before heading off to bed. So whenever it does come to that, you can use headphones or earphones, whatever you do prefer, just to really get the sensory experience, especially to have both ears engaged with it fully. So what you would do is you would listen to some delta waves, because those specifically are there to help reduce your cortisol levels. They can promote healing and regeneration. They induce a sense of calm. They actually increase your DHEA production, serotonin production, and melatonin production. And delta waves are known to be that wavelength that occurs when a baby's in the womb, when they're feeling calm and kind of cocooned a little bit. So it's a way for you to create that kind of safe, primary, primitive space to just center, literally and metaphorically. The third one is side neck turns. So oftentimes when we do stress, we hold it a lot in our necks more than anything, right? We tense it up a little bit. So what you can do, and this one's simple and accessible anywhere, is you're simply going to go ahead and turn your neck all the way to the left, all the way to the right. You might even pop it. And you're going to keep doing so until you get a sigh or a yawn come out of you. See, that was fast. You want to get it to engage from both sides of you. And once you naturally feel that kind of wave go over you, see when I yawn and cry, you're able to release that stress, and you'll even feel that your neck feels a lot better because you're releasing that. You're releasing what's stuck, and that helps you feel better, and that helps your nerves regenerate and flow a little bit more. It all has to do with the body. Number 4 are ear circular motions. So our ears, we have different components to our ears. So we have this little part right here. right here. If you press it, it actually helps you tap into that part of your brain. It helps you tap into a connection to your cranial nerves. So what you want to do is for about a minute or two, you're going to place the tips of your finger there, and you're just going to go in circular motions and breathe deeply and slowly as you do it. So you just allow yourself to become still. Allow yourself to do this for a minute to two. And once you're done, it'll instantly give you that relaxation feeling. Number 5 is trapezium twists. So trapezium twists can be done standing, they can be done sitting, but what you want to do is for about 5 seconds, you're going to go ahead and clasp your elbows together, and you're going to do it at 3 different levels for 5 seconds each. So you want to be at the shoulder, like kind of like this level. So you want to be right here at the chest level, you want to be at your shoulder level, and you want to be at your chin level. So for 5 seconds, you're going to be going back and forth. It's going to be really good for your back. Then at this level, back and forth. And then at the chin level, back and forth. That helps you release a lot of tension you're building up in your back. That gets you back into your body, because sometimes, to some extent, stress and cortisol levels or any sort of thing like that, overstimulation, can really make an individual feel a little bit dissociated in their body, derealized, and even depersonalized. You ever had that feeling where there's so much going on and you don't even feel like you're in your body anymore for a little bit? Like, you know you're there, you know you're doing things, but for some reason you don't feel that connection with your body. You feel like you're not there, like it's a haze. So doing that gets that sensation back into your body and brings you back to that moment and gets you a little bit more grounded. Number 6 is butterfly tapping. So you're going to cross your arms in an X position, and you're going to breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. You can add positive affirmations if you like. So butterfly tapping, you're going to go ahead and place your hands like this in an X across, and you're simply going to tap, 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 tap. You can add positive affirmations, whatever it is that you're experiencing, whatever it is that you need to hear to get you through that stressful moment. Add that in there if you like, even if it's mentally. Number 7 is havening. So it is a little bit similar. You cross your upper arms and you're kind of caress yourself. You're going to take deep breaths and you're going to close your eyes. This will regulate your cortisol. It'll increase serotonin production, and it may even kind of link you back to a time when you were a child. And it gives you a sense of making yourself feel safe and in a way showing up for your inner child. So you're just going to simply close your eyes, take deep breaths, and go up and down your upper arms. It's a way of showing up for yourself. It may bring up emotions. It may even bring up a yawn or a sigh. Whenever it comes to this, when you yawn or sigh, you're actually releasing stress. So allow yourself to. That would be number 7. Number 8 in this whole experience would be cold therapy. So sometimes being activated by cold can really, really help you. While mainly you would think that it would cause like some sort of like sense of stress, it actually helps aid in anxiety relief. It helps the immune system. It helps inflammation, and it also helps the metabolism. And if you really consider this, did you know that your gut health has a lot to do with your mental health too? So if you're doing things that help your metabolic rate, that'll also help you and have a feedback loop. So whenever it comes to cold therapy, especially, what it does is it kind of shocks your nerves. It wakes up your nerves. Your nerves have a chance to really show up for you. That can help calm you, because your body, more than anything, wants to calm down in that. So it's going to be like, your breath deepens a little bit more, your nerves come alive a little bit more, and it has a lot of other multitude of benefits. So the cold water physically, when it touches like the brown fats in your body, which are usually found in the intricate puzzle parts of your back, whenever it's in there, whenever cold water goes into that brown fat region, that actually helps a lot with your metabolism, and that helps with a lot of other things. Of course, paired up with other practices, but it does engage and activate that area. Now, when it comes to doing this pretty often, so the last minute of your shower, put it at the coldest that you can handle it. Every time you do that, you take that leap of courage, because obviously it's something that's not necessarily the most comfortable thing to do. But because you took a leap of faith of courage, it does give you some sort of personal volition, and it does make you feel like you can do something that's difficult. It gives you a sense of accomplishment, and that does help fuel you to give you resilience in moments of stress. Number 9 is legs up on the wall. So you would essentially kind of be seated. You would scoot your bottom against the wall. You lay on your back flat, and then you would put your legs up straight on the wall. You would do that for 15 to 20 minutes. It's going to feel odd. It may not always feel the most comfortable as long as you're able to. And you would typically do that. You can go ahead and take that moment to meditate. You can take that moment to read. You can pair it up with music. You can pair it up with binaural beats too. And that activates your parasympathetic nervous system. It also helps with blood flow. It helps with a multitude of things. And that one is widely known as a yoga pose for anxiety. So that can help too. Number 10 is a neck massage. So our necks hold a lot of tension. If we allow ourselves to move our necks to kind of warm it up a little bit, and to use some sort of lotion, some sort of oil, especially essential oils that have different properties and different purposes, and you just massage your neck, you check in, and you make sure that you actually release that physical tension. Believe it or not, it can actually help you a lot mentally. Think about when you're in pain, like for some reason you get a little bit more cranky, and whenever that pain goes away, you do feel a sense of relief, even mentally. So do that, because that does help activate your vagus nerve, and it can also aid in digest response, which has to do with the gut health being linked to your mental health. You know what I mean?